If you want to become an AI freelancer, but you don't know how to actually get paid, then keep watching. The hardest part is going from zero to your first paid client, and that's where many people actually quit. This video is going to help you to skip the confusion with some easy to follow practical steps that you can use right away. I'll give you a step-by-step action plan to help you create an income with AI as a freelancer. So before we get started, can I ask one small favour? If you like what I do here, can you please hit the subscribe button? That keeps me energized to bring you more content. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Let's begin with step number one, which is to build a simple AI service offer plus some proof and some outreach system. If you want to become an AI freelancer, you can actually start by building one simple system that combines a clear service, some proof of work, and consistent outreach, so you can actually get your first paying client fairly quickly. So if you don't know where to actually begin, you can start by just choosing one specific AI service like writing social media posts or generating SEO optimized blog content, or even creating product descriptions, because this will make your offer a bit easier to sell. Now, if you struggle with having too many ideas, you could just focus on one specific niche like fitness coaches or even small online web stores. So you can actually speak directly to a real problem for a specific audience. So if you want to create content more efficiently, you can actually use ChatGPT, and this is an AI engine or an AI tool that can generate text based on prompts that you give it. And you can just start by using it by creating a free account and just typing in some simple instructions for some content creation. So you can actually produce work a bit more quickly. So if you've never used AI tools before, you could begin by just testing some simple prompts like the following. Write 5 Instagram posts for a fitness coach. So there's a very simple prompt that you can use. And this is going to help you understand how results are generated with an AI engine. If you want better outputs, then you can actually refine your prompts with the tone, the audience that you're targeting, and the goals. So you can actually deliver more professional results. The better the prompts that you use, the more detail that you use, the better the outcome is going to be for you. That's basically how it works. Now, if you don't set a clear service, you may actually confuse some potential clients that you work with. So you can just keep your offer very simple and very specific so people instantly understand what they are actually buying. If you want to validate your idea, you can start by researching the existing demand on websites like Fiverr.com, which is a platform where freelancers actually list their services and clients actually hire them. So you can actually just search for some similar AI services and see what people are already actively paying for on these freelancing websites. So if you don't know what actually works, you could just look at the top rated listings on these freelancing sites and just study their titles, take a good look at their descriptions and even their pricing models, because this will show you what already actually sells. Now, if you actually have no experience, you could just model your service based on the successful listings that you find. So this is going to help you to avoid guessing. If you want more insights, you can also use Upwork, which actually connects freelancers together with job postings. And you can just search for AI related jobs to see real client needs. So then you can just align your offer with the existing demand. If you find it a bit difficult to stand out, you can slightly improve what others are doing by just offering a much faster delivery, or a clear result or an outcome, so you can actually attract that attention. Now, if you do skip this step, you may build a service that nobody actually wants. So you need to find the existing demand first. So you can use these platforms to confirm demand before you invest any of your time or your energy. Now, if you want to move a bit faster, you can take notes on some common problems that clients mention, so you can actually position your service as the solution for them. If you want to create your offer, you can start by just writing one clear outcome-based statement. So you can actually make your service very easy to understand for potential clients. If you are unsure how to actually phrase it, you can just use a very simple structure like the following. I create 20 AI-generated posts for your business in 48 hours. So there's a simple listing that you can actually model for yourself, because this clearly explains the results or the outcomes that the potential client will get by hiring you. So if you want to organize your ideas, you can use Notion. This is a tool for writing, planning and organizing information. And you can create a simple page to outline your services, so you can keep everything very well structured. If you have multiple ideas, you can just list them and choose the simplest one to start with, so you can avoid the overwhelm. If you want to improve your offer a bit more, you can just add some small bonuses like captions or revisions, so you can actually increase the perceived value. If you don't make your offer specific, clients may actually ignore it. So you want to focus on clarity instead of complexity. If you want to test your offer fairly quickly, you could just share it with a few friends or in an online community, so you can quickly get some feedback before actually launching the full thing. If you want to create some proof without having any clients, you can just start by building 2 or 3 sample projects so that you can show clients what you can actually do with AI tools. If you don't have any real clients yet, you can create some example work for imaginary businesses, so you can just demonstrate your skills with AI tools. So if you want to design visuals and graphics, you can actually use Canva. This is a tool for creating graphics and social media content, and you can use its templates and its AI features for free, so you can actually produce professional designs fairly quickly even if you are a beginner. Now, if you have written content, you can actually organize this into a clean format, so you can actually present it very clearly and very cleanly. If you want to store and share your work, you can use Google Drive, which allows you to actually upload files and share links so clients can easily view your portfolio online from anywhere. If you skip creating samples, clients may not actually trust your ability, so you can actually build proof even without having any experience. If you want to get some better results, you can just explain the problem that you are solving and the solution in each sample, so clients really understand the value that they are going to get. If you want to start getting some clients, you can begin by setting up a profile on Fiverr and Upwork, so you can just list your service and attract inbound leads from there. If you don't want to wait for clients to come to you, you can also reach out directly on platforms like LinkedIn, which is used often for business networking, and you can actually search for business owners in the search bar and just send them short messages offering help, so you can actually create those opportunities for yourself. So if you find that you struggle with the outreach, you can keep your message very simple by explaining the problem that you solve and your solution, so you can actually get more replies. Now, if you want to save some time, you can actually use ChatGPT to draft outreach messages, and then you want to just personalize them yourself so that they sound more natural and more humanized. If you send generic messages, you may get ignored completely. So you can actually tailor each message slightly so it feels much more relevant to the person that you are contacting. If you stay consistent with daily outreach, you are a bit more likely to actually get your first client within just a few weeks. If you want to improve and grow, you can start by just refining your current process after each project, so you can deliver much better results over time. If you have your first client, you can just ask for some simple feedback, so you can better understand what worked and what actually didn't, and then you can make the right changes. If you want to work a bit faster, you can save your best prompts and your templates, so you can actually reuse them for future clients that you work with. If you struggle with time, you can actually streamline your workflow using tools like Notion to manage different tasks so that you stay more organized. If you want to increase your income, you can gradually raise your prices as you gain more confidence and results, so you can actually earn more per project that you deliver. If you make the mistake of relying fully on AI without doing any editing, your quality may actually go down. So you always want to review and improve the outputs before delivering anything to your clients. Now, if you follow this type of system step by step, you can move from learning to earning and build a real AI freelancing income with practical, repeatable actions. Let's now move on to step number 2, which is to use the client problem to AI solution to fast demo method. If you want to stand out as an AI freelancer, you can start by focusing on solving one real business problem and showing a quick AI-powered demo, so you can actually prove value very quickly. If you don't know what clients actually need, you could just start by identifying those common problems, like no time for content or low engagement or even slow customer replies, because this will actually guide your service direction from there. So if you struggle to understand those client pain points, you could just visit websites like Upwork, which is a job marketplace where businesses post real problems. So you can actually just read the job descriptions and see exactly what people are actually struggling with right now. If you want clarity from here, you could just write down 3 to 5 repeated problems that you actually notice. So you can actually choose one to actually solve as your AI powered service. So if you have a clear problem, you can then match it with an AI solution, so you can actually create a very focused service. If you actually skip this step, you may offer something generic that clients will actually ignore. So you can just focus on specific outcomes instead. Now, if you want to build your AI solution, you can start by using tools like ChatGPT, which is an AI assistant that generates texts, ideas, and workflows based on the prompts that you give it. And you can begin by entering some detailed instructions related to your chosen problem, so you can actually create some very useful outputs. Now, if you are helping with content, you can actually ask it to generate posts or even emails or even just scripts, so you can actually solve content gaps very quickly. So if you want visual content as well, you can actually use Canva, which allows you to create graphics using templates and AI features. And you can start for free, so you can actually produce client-ready visuals and graphics very quickly. If you don't know how to actually improve results, you could just refine your prompts by adding the tone, the audience, and the goals. So you can actually get better quality outputs from what you put in. Now, if you rely on basic prompts, your work may look a bit generic. So you can actually customize everything to match the client's brand that you are working with. So if you combine multiple AI tools, you can create a complete service instead of a simple task. If you want to impress your clients very quickly, you can create a fast demo, so you can actually show results before asking for any kind of a payment. If you don't have any experience, you can just pick a real business from Instagram, which is a platform where businesses are promoting their content, and you can just redesign or improve their posts using different AI tools, so you can actually demonstrate some real value to them. If you want to present your demo, you can just use Canva to create a simple before and after comparison, so you can actually make your improvement very clear. If you struggle with organizing your demo, you can just store it in Google Drive, which will let you upload files and share links with any clients, so that clients can actually view your work very quickly. If you show some real examples, clients are a bit more likely to actually trust you because they can see the results that they can get. If you skip those demos, clients may actually hesitate to work with you. So you can always show instead of just telling them what you can do. So if you want to turn this into some paid work to actually earn that income, you can start outreach with your demo, so you can just offer some immediate value. If you are a bit unsure what to actually say, you can just use ChatGPT to draft some short messages. Then you want to just personalize those messages so that they sound more natural and relevant. If you want to get better responses, you may want to mention the problem that you noticed and just include your demo so you can actually grab attention very quickly. If you send generic messages, these may get ignored. So you can keep your messages very specific, and you want to keep them fairly short as well. So if you want to reach more people, you can just contact businesses through LinkedIn, which is often used for professional outreach. So you can find decision makers and just message them directly through LinkedIn. Now, if you do stay consistent with the outreach, you are a bit more likely to land your first paying client sooner than you think. If you avoid over-explaining, you can keep your message very focused on the results, so clients really understand the benefits straight away. If you want to scale this type of strategy, you could just refine your system after each client so that you can improve the efficiency and the results. If you have completed some projects, you could just turn them into some simple case studies so you can actually build some credibility as well. If you want to work a bit faster, you can just save your best prompts and your best templates so that you can actually just edit them and reuse them across different projects. If you struggle with managing your tasks, you can actually use Notion, which helps you to organize different workflows and track the progress that you are making so that you can actually stay more consistent. If you make the mistake of depending fully on AI without doing any editing, your work quality may drop. So you always want to review and improve the outputs before delivering anything to any clients that you are working with. If you continue improving your process, you can increase your rates and attract better clients as well. So if you follow this type of method step by step, you can actually move from beginner to paid AI freelancer with a clear, repeatable system. Let's now move on to step number 3, which is the niche down plus productize and automate AI freelancing system. If you want to become an AI freelancer a bit faster, you can actually start by niching down into one specific industry. So you can just offer highly relevant services that businesses are already actually paying for. So if you don't know which niche to actually pick, you can start by exploring websites like Upwork, which is a job marketplace where clients are posting some real problems. So you could just identify industries like real estate agents or e-commerce, or even coaches and consultants that frequently need AI help. So if you find too many options overwhelming, you can focus on one niche where businesses rely heavily on content or even automation, so you can actually provide some clear value. If you want to research a bit faster, you can use ChatGPT, which is an AI tool that can actually summarize trends and suggest niche ideas based on existing demand, so you can actually make better decisions. If you skip narrowing down, you may struggle to stand out, so you want to position yourself as more of a specialist instead of a generalist. If you choose a niche with ongoing needs, you are more likely to get some repeat clients and some steady income. So if you want to productize your service, you can start by turning your offer into a fixed package so clients understand exactly what they're going to get without any confusion. If you are a bit unsure how to actually structure it, you can create simple packages like monthly AI content creation or even an AI chatbot setup. So you can just make your pricing and your structure very clear. Now, if you want to organize your packages, you can use Notion, which helps you to plan services and structure pricing very clearly, so you can actually stay organized and more professional. If you struggle to define deliverables, you can just list specific outputs like numbers of posts or emails or even automation, so clients know what to actually expect. So if you don't productize your service, clients may ask too many questions, so you can actually simplify the decision-making process for them. If you make your offer easy to understand, you can reduce the friction and increase the conversions. If you want to improve your packages, you can review the competitors that you are working against and just slightly enhance what they offer, so you can actually stay competitive. Now, if you want to automate your workflow, you can just start by using different AI tools to handle those repetitive tasks, so you can actually save some time and scale your work at the same time. If you are creating content, for example, you can actually use ChatGPT to generate those drafts based on structured prompts, so you can actually produce content fairly quickly and more consistently. If you want to create visuals and graphics, you can use Canva, which allows you to design graphics using pre-built templates, and it has some AI features as well. So you can actually create professional visuals without needing any advanced skills. If you want to automate some of your workflows, you can use Zapier, which will connect apps and automate tasks for you, like sending content or even updating files, so you can actually reduce the manual work. So if you rely on manual processes, you may limit your growth, so you can actually build simple systems that will save you some time. If you set up automation with AI very early, you can actually handle more clients without actually increasing your workload significantly. Now, if you want to get some clients in your niche, you could just start by targeting those businesses directly, so you can actually offer some specialized solutions and outcomes. If you don't know where to find those clients, you can use LinkedIn, which allows you to connect with different business owners and those decision makers. So you can just reach out with some very tailored offers. If you want to improve your outreach, you can actually use ChatGPT to draft some personalized messages based on the client's industry that you're targeting, so that you can actually increase the response rates. If you struggle with getting some initial replies, you can just include a quick audit or even suggestion, so you can actually demonstrate some value up front. Now, if you do send generic messages, you may actually get ignored. So you want to just focus on specific problems within your niche. If you stay consistent with your outreach, you're more likely to secure some clients within a shorter time frame. If you want to scale your AI freelancing business, you can start by just refining your current systems and increasing the efficiency, so you can actually handle more work without any burnout. If you have some completed projects, you could just turn them into case studies and some testimonials, so you can actually build some credibility and attract some higher paying clients at the same time. Now, if you want to manage your work in a better way, you can actually use Notion to track the tasks and the client projects that you are working on, so you can actually stay more organized. If you struggle with the quality, you can actually review and edit the AI outputs before delivering anything to clients, so that you maintain those high standards. If you make the mistake of fully of relying fully on automation, you may actually reduce the quality. So you actually want to balance speed with some accuracy. If you continuously improve your systems, you can actually increase your pricing and grow your income over time. Now, if you follow this type of method step by step, you can actually build a fairly scalable AI freelancing business with clear structure and some consistent results. Wow, that's it for this video. Now, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start building your own online business and creating new income streams, take the next step now. Click the link below in the description or in the top pinned comment, where you can find some free guides and some free resources to help you get started right away with building your new digital business and new income. These free resources will teach you step by step how to actually set up and create your own digital business and new online income streams as well. So I know these free resources will be very helpful for you. So don't wait, take action today. You can go and click the link below in the description and the pinned comment and start your journey right now. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for new videos. It really does energize me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. And if you want to connect on social, you can find me on LinkedIn and Instagram. The links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.